Yo, 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 it's Mark Terrell. How you doing? Hey, Marley, how you doing, sweetheart? Well, my day was good until I have to deal with my parents because they're like on dumb mode. Oh boy, I swear, man, it's like I don't get it, like how people are in this world. My parents are so fucking stubborn with like changing their life. It's like you're 80 years old, so life changes every like 10 to 15 years. Like, like you have to upgrade things, you have to get better things, you have to do things. Like, what fucking part of that do you not understand? Like, you've been living in the world that long, you still don't understand? Like, so my mom called me and was like, oh, the telephone company called me, but I don't know what they were saying. I have to. They said that we have to change our line and get a different phone, and it's $52, so it's $10 more, and I don't want that. We can't afford that. So it's always negative, right? It's always a negative outcome for them. Everything in their life revolves around negativity, and I can't stand my parents for their negative, like, outlook on everything. Like, like you're not in the hospital. You're able to eat, to sleep, to shit, to walk. You're not in a wheelchair. You're not like, broken down where you're like you're fucked. And you still like live a negative like life. I don't fucking get it. Like, It's like, who are you fucking people? And how the fuck did you make me? You know? It's like sometimes I wonder if my parents have a fucking brain. Fuck, they're irritating, man. Yeah. But like I've told my parents for a whole year now that the telephone company, they have changed businesses. Like it's Digicel now. Digicel is like taking over the whole island. There's a couple phone companies here, but Digicel is the main one and they bought the telephone company. So they called my mom and said, look, we have to come there before the end of this year because next year it's going to be irrelevant. Your phone is going to get shut off if you don't, get a new line. So the new phone line goes through the internet. And if it wasn't for my sister and I paying for the internet and all the shit, right, then they wouldn't even have internet. The last time they had internet was when I left that house 16 years ago. So they have internet now. So now they can get the phone, right, hooked up to through the internet or whatever it is. The copper wire is no longer going to exist, which I'm happy because that way we could take it off the fucking wall, right? So then they're like, so I called my mom's all mad at me because I said to her, like, what are you like, you're dumb. Like, why the fuck you just didn't like get the number and then tell them to call me, or tell them, hey, call my son, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I just told them that I'm going to talk to you. Because when I heard them say $52, I'm not paying an extra $10. Like, everything just revolves around money, like, and negativity. So I called the lady. She was nice. I said, look, you guys called my parents. I'm their son. I'm calling on behalf of them, because I didn't say my parents are fucking dumb. I just said, look, my parents are 80 years old and they have a hard time understanding, hearing, and all that stuff. So I'm calling on their behalf. Can you please tell me why you called them? Hey, Becca, what's up, sweetie? Thanks for the super chat. So I'm like, look, what's the deal? So they're like, look, we have to come there and change the line. That's what we were telling your mom. I said, look, from now on, please call me. I am their son. Call me, because they have no fucking clue what you're talking about. Even though their Portuguese friend told them that this is the way it's going to be, because my mom's best friend is Portuguese, right? And she told my mom, oh, I'm so happy to have the new phone system, because it's not on a line. It's like cordless shit. And I said, well, that's what you need too. Yeah, it's going to happen whether you like it or not. Oh, I'm not getting that. Yeah, but you have no choice. You have to fucking change with the time, with the fucking provider, or else you won't have a fucking phone. Don't you understand that? So then I called my dad. My dad answered the phone. I said, hey, what's up? Cool? Yeah. So I said, look, I called the people and they said they have to take that old line out and put a new line in. And the first thing he says was, oh, so that means I'm not going to have a phone now? So that triggered me right away. And he's like munching on something, and it's 11:45 and he's already fucking eating, right? And I said, it's not to disconnect the phone, it's to upgrade the phone. You're not going to lose your phone. It's a new fucking line. I didn't say fuck, but I said it's a new line. And I had to shout because he's so fucking deaf, right? Oh, okay. I said, look, I'm calling you because if they call you and they say, oh, we need to schedule an appointment, you tell them, yes, you can come right away. You understand? Yeah? Okay. Go eat your food and fuck off. That's what I wanted to say. I don't swear it to my parents. Like, I don't say fuck. But sometimes I want to. Like, I want to like tell them, you guys are the dumbest fucking people I've ever known in my life. You've been in Bermuda for 60 fucking years. And you mean to tell me you don't understand what somebody's telling you in English? But if someone talks to me in Portuguese, I understand them perfectly fine. So what am I missing here? Like, Yeah, my mom's a Capricorn and my dad's a Libra. But my dad's on the cusp of Libra, and he's September 25th. Well, he's not really on the cusp, but he's definitely like a dumb Libra. And my mom and dad don't like change. Becca, you can ask your question when you're ready, sweetheart. But like, I don't understand my parents at all. Like, I really don't. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand how you can be in this country all your life and never fucking understand anything anybody tells you. Whether it's fun, whether it's in real life, it's like it don't make no sense. Like, I just don't understand like how you're like, you fucking people are just weird, man. And you're my parents, and like, I'm so embarrassed sometimes to like call on their behalf and say, hey, look, indirectly, my parents are two dumb Portuguese that came from Portugal, and they came to an island and they've been here for 60 years, but they still don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. But I'm their son, and I'm not even a college graduate, and I'm a high school dropout, but I understand exactly what you're saying. Anyway, I'm glad I vented. I'm had enough now. I shouldn't, run down my parents like that, but it's very frustrating to deal with like people who don't want to change and don't want to better their life. That's one thing I can't stand in this world, is a person who does not want to change, who doesn't want to make their life better. I hate fucking people like that. And all you do is complain when you have the change. The only thing my mom heard in that conversation was $52. You pay 42 now, but it's going to be 52. That's the only thing she understood, was she's going to pay more money, $10 more, and it's the end of the world. So when my parents get this new phone, I'm going to tell those people, look, you send me the bill and I'll pay it online. Matter of fact, just take it right out of my account. So that way I ain't got to worry about it. That's what I'm going to do. I'll pay the 52 fucking dollars a month because I can, and I'll pay it for you, no problem. So you don't have to lose your fucking mind over 52 fucking dollars. My internet bill went up by $10, right? Because they upgraded the fiber or whatever. And I never complained. I just said, oh, well, life is like that. Everything goes up. It's a part of life. So fucking what? Who cares? Okay, cool. It went up by $10, I'm not going to die. It's okay. I'll pay it because I need it. I need internet. I need these things. So yeah, cool. Oh man. Yeah, Marley saying not easy. Hey Philomena, how you doing? I got your donation a while ago, but I haven't seen you. So you can ask your question after Becca. Yeah, I'm glad I came on. It's about to rain here, and it's like the weather's really crappy, so I have some time. And plus, I'm waiting for the pool guy to come because I have to talk to him. So he hasn't come yet. So I just said I'm just gonna come on here in the meantime and see if anybody needs me. So I'm glad I caught you. Oh God, Becca, really again? Oh, Becca. Becca loves fucking licks. Another Libra, like my dad, they can't handle change. They just want to go right back to where they were. Like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it again. I'm so good. I'm just gonna let you do it all over again. Hell, I'm broke. Hey, well, that. But that. See, listen, I'm not gonna harp on you. I'm not gonna like go out. You're my daughter. In spiritual world. In real life. Not real life, but in spiritual life. I want to make sure you're okay and all that shit. But when you say you're broke, right? You have to change that outcome. You have to make yourself unbroke by actually going out there, getting a job. I know you have your son, but you can't make excuses. There's tons of women like you in the world who are single mothers and are making it. You have to find a different way. You got to roll with the change. You know what I'm saying? And I know you're probably gonna say, well, Mark, I've done this, I've done that, blah, blah, blah. Well, you're not doing the right thing. And by doing this, remember, you're gonna get yourself into the same predicaments over and over and over. So that's my advice is, you should not go that way. But if you want to, we'll see what the outcome is. There's always a way. Always a way. Yeah, I know. I understand. I understand. That's why I'm not really harping on you too much. You know what I'm saying? Because I know your situation. That's why I didn't really, that's why I didn't say what I said, but you basically said it. But even though, like, don't think that because of KK, you can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he has to also adapt to the changes. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a better way, but you can't just sit on your ass and wait for it. You have to keep trying to find a better way. And I know it's easier said than done because I don't have that situation, right? But I know deep down inside that we can always make a better system for ourselves, you know? But hey, if you think that you and him can work things out, because I know deep down inside, I know you want what's right. But remember what you're getting yourself into. Well, you sure you want to know? Okay, I'll tell you. He even comes up in the reading. Who's this? Look. King of Swords reversed. I got that's all I gotta say. Because you gotta understand that he's never gonna change. And neither are you. Any change that has to happen is when see, look, I got the Six of Pentacles, which is him paying for the bills, paying for things, him helping you financially, but he's still gonna be a selfish dickhead. He's still gonna cause you sadness. He's still gonna argue with you. And then you have the devil card here, which is this is not the right thing. And that devil card is also, you know what? I'm gonna get some BBC, I'm gonna get money, so I'm gonna be happy. And he's gonna be a dickhead, he's gonna be selfish, and he's gonna be, an idiot as usual, right? I also got the Six of Wands reversed, which means you fear this, and he might not be like this is going to be a gain in finances and paying for things and all that stuff because you're broke and you need the money. So he's going to be a good contributor financially, but he's still not going to be the person that you want, that you want out of him. He's still going to be the King of Swords reversed. And the devil card is the sex, is going to make up for it, make up sex, the same bullshit over and over and over. So what I got here is nothing's going to change. What's going to change is finances. He'll give you the money. He'll be generous enough to give you that money to pay for things and to help you financially and to help you with KK and help you period. But he's still going to be the King of Swords reversed. He's still going to be an ass. He's always going to be selfish. He's going to cause you sadness and he's going to make you mad and everything's going to just be the same. That's what I got. And with that devil card, this is punishing yourself. This is going to cause controversy. This is going to be weird because you're going to be back with him again. And it can either be good or it could be bad. So the good part of this is money. You're going to get enough money to pay for things. That devil card is the sex, getting that BBC back in your life, having somebody, to give you that comfort at home. But he's still going to be, what he's going to do. And I'll tell you what he's going to do and what most men do. When they move in with a woman, they're going to say, I may have moved in with you, but I pay the fucking bills around here. So you got to do what I fucking tell you, or you got to do what I want. Or if you don't do this, then I'm not paying for that. So when a man is in charge of paying for things and he's a dickhead, he's going to be a dickhead. He's going to say, look, I pay for this, so fuck you. And that's exactly what the King of Swords reversed is. It's a guy who says, you know what? I run shit because I pay for shit. And if you don't like it, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Then you're going to say, no, don't leave. Open your legs, get some D, and then it's all fine again for about a week or two. So the only benefit I see here from this is money and paying for bills. The Six of Pentacles is a guy who's giving you money, paying for your bills, helping you out, material gain, money, things like that. But with that devil and that King of Swords, that's like, oh boy. And that Six of Wands reverse means you're not getting a victory out of this. You're only going to get money. So if you just want money and sex, then you'll be fine. But as far as because you said what would be the potential outcome if he moves in and helps you out. So you're going to get what you want. But moving in ain't gonna change nothing. He's still gonna be dominant and tell you what to do and be an idiot. So unfortunately, I don't see anything good here. I don't. The only thing I see good is, but see here, if he already gives you money, then it's just gonna be him living with you and giving you money. So you have to ask yourself, do you really want him to aggravate you and cause you sadness and give you money? My pool guy's here now. No. It's okay. You see the guy every week. Hold on a second. All right, how you doing? All right? Yeah. Move, dumb dog. Move. You're so dumb. You act like you've never seen that guy in your life. Stop it. Anyway. Yeah, the pool guy's here. I'm glad he's here, so now I can deal with my shit. So that's good. Cut it out. You see that guy every week. He's the same guy every week. You're a dumb dog. Anyway, Becca, I don't see anything like I mean, like I said, it's up to you if you want to live with him. But if he's already giving you money, then why live with him? So what's the benefit of him living with you? That's what I want to know. Philomena, you can go ahead and ask your question. So Becca, I don't know what more to say, but I don't think that is gonna I think that's gonna be it's not gonna be what you're really looking for. Like if you're looking for him to be like a BF and like a lover and all that shit, like I don't really see him being. I get him causing you sadness if he moves in with you. You know? Yeah, I mean, like you say, one word, one thing you always say is how I have to set my boundaries. So you have to let him know that even though he's gonna come in and pay some things and help you, that he has to treat you right, or else you're gonna kick his ass out. You have to lay down the law, because if he moves in with you, he's gonna have a say. He's gonna have a say. But if you tell him, look, you're moving in with me, but don't fucking irritate me. I just need you to help me and be there for our son and our family, so I can do my work too. So if we work together, this has to happen. And if it doesn't, you're gone, and I don't care. So you have to lay down the boundaries. And if he doesn't go with the boundaries, then you're gonna find yourself stuck again. So it's really up to you. But I don't see any significant change in him, But if you don't want to be broke, then I would say deal with him in that way. So you have to ask yourself, do you want him to live with you and be a pain in the ass, or are you just going to accept his money and then work as much as you can? So it's really up to you, but I don't see anything changing on his end. Sorry. All right. Philomena, you said, what will work be like this month of June? It will be my second month after graduating from the academy. All right, cool, Philomena. Let me check. You're welcome, Becca. So, like I said, it'll be good money-wise and paying for things, but I still think he's going to be a pain in the ass. So if you want to deal with an Aquarius pain in the ass, power to you. But, I would say lay down the boundaries first. Write down on a piece of paper what you expect from him. And if he can't give you those expectations, then I would say don't do it. You know what I mean? But you have to remember, when a guy moves in with you, he's going to want to dominate everything. And you know how that's an Aquarius thing too. Because if I move in with you, I'm going to tell you, I'm paying the bills. I'm fucking telling you what to do. I don't give a shit if I live with you. I'm paying for this shit, So I have a say if I'm paying, right? So remember that. All right, Philomena, let me see. All right, Philomena, what I got here is work is going to be good for you personally, right? But I feel like you're very worried and you feel incomplete. Like you may have this job, and but I feel like you're not satisfied, and you feel like you're still not complete yet. You might feel insecure, and you might feel like, what the hell did I get myself into here? Even though you've been there for the second month, you're still wondering how this is going to work, because it might be a hard working job, or it might be like mentally draining you, or you're like being criticized, or you might feel sick, or you might feel like you're not going to get any opportunity, or how long it's going to take for me to get what I need, what I want. But the cards are saying that if you stay, like the Nine of Pentacles is a woman who knows she's accomplishing what she needs to accomplish. But if you are discreet, and you feel safe, and you feel like you're getting what you want out of this job, then that's all you have to do. Just be cautious. And I just feel like, yeah, because if you're saying it's the long hours, then that's the Eight of Swords here. You feeling very tired. You feeling like what the hell, like I'm working all these hours, and what the hell am I getting out of this? Or you might not be happy that you're doing too, you might not be happy because you're doing too much. So it's really a mental thing. Like if your thinking becomes, if you have logical thinking, and you're not rebellious, or you feel like you're not wasting your time, then you be okay. And this Nine of Pentacles is basically saying, hold on a sec, let me just answer this guy. Yes, sir. Okay, and it's some soap. I think that the red light on for the soap. I think it's green. Oh, okay, good. Because yesterday it was red. Yeah, yeah. If it's okay, then it's fine. Yeah. But you can bring soap for next week. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Go lay down. Cut it up. Sorry, I had to talk to my pool guy. I've been waiting for him all this time. He's just letting me know what he's gonna do. All right, yeah, the money is really good, and I'm financially stable. Yeah, and that's the Nine of Pentacles right there. That means a woman that has it, that's safe, secure, has money, has a good job, and feels stable. But your mentality might be like, fuck, I gotta do all these long hours. I gotta do all this shit, right? So you feel like, and if you're not getting, if you have, cut it out. Fuck. If you have like, if your mind is saying, I work hard, I'm got money, but I don't have any love in my life, and that might be bothering you too, because I know how much you want a love relationship. So with this Four of Wands reversed, because you're not in a love relationship, and your life is not complete like how you want it to be, it bothers you mentally. But if you stay in this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is a woman that's very strong and just knows that she has to make money, and she feels financially stable, that's all that matters. So I would say work is gonna be still hard for you, but Spirit wants you to work on the money part of it. Yeah, it doesn't bother you that much, but it's still something that's incomplete in your life, is what I mean. Like you wish that you probably had a decent relationship like everybody else that's single. Like that's what the Four of Wands means. Like you have completion in your life, but you wish that you had that other completion. Like you're not completely satisfied until you have everything you want. You got me? So that's what that means. But otherwise, that work should be fine. Just continue to do what you got to do, and not let too much bother you, you know? And you're going to continue to work hard and do long hours, because that's what it requires of you. But with that Nine of Pentacles there, it just means that you're going to continue to be stable and continue to bring your finances. All right, Philomena. So I'm glad that it's good for you. And work should continue to be the same way. Nothing. I don't think it's going to change. It's just your mentality. That's all. Just don't let things bother you. Jay, I got your donation. You said update on Aries next action. And hello. Jay, you can say hello first and then ask your question, okay? You know how I do it in here. Okay? Jay, this Aries next action is not going to be what you want. I don't think this person is going to do anything towards you. I get them here reversed. This person is sad and they're restrained because of other things in their life. They have no faith. They're not going to really put forth any action towards you. And if they do, it's not going to be good actions. I don't think they're living in conflict and they're living in fear in their regular life, and towards you, they feel like they're not going to get anywhere. And this person is very tricky, deceptive. This person is someone who is capable of making you think that something's there, but it's not. So I'm getting like nothing good here. I get conflict. I get this person's might be criticizing you in the background to somebody else, to another guy. I see this person talking to another man and talking about you or trying to get information on you. So I see like sadness, trouble. This person thinks that by going towards you, they're not going to achieve anything. And I got the Two of Wands reverse, which is Aries. And it's Two of Wands is a guy who is not very mature enough and doesn't see the big picture. They just don't see a reward from being with you or dealing with you, or they're not going to put any action towards you because they don't want to. And if they do, it's a false action. It's not really actions that are really sincere, because this person doesn't have any faith and they're constantly restrained from the life that they live. So I don't get any serious actions towards you, but his actions are not going to be great. That's for sure. Somewhere out there. I got that song stuck in my mind now. I think it's the energy that's in the air. Somewhere out there. Hey, Ali. Jay, I answered your question. And please, when you come in here, at least address me. Like say hello, say hi, not just ask your question, please. Like, I answered you already. How you doing, Ali? You got exciting news? Good. That's what I want to hear. I got exciting news too. I have a brain and it works. I just wish that there was people on earth that had the same exciting news that I have, that they actually know they have a brain and they know how to use it. It's been one of those days. Don't mind me. I had to deal with my parents today, so yeah. And I deal with a lot of people, that their brains don't really work that great. But that's just life. Yeah, they're okay. They're just they're getting old, and then somebody from the phone company called them, and then they didn't know what they were saying, and blah blah blah. Yeah, they're okay. They're just they've been living in Bermuda for years, and it's like I wish they would like understand more things, but they're just a pain in the ass. Sometimes they're okay though. I still love them. She's right here. She's mad because the pool guy's here, so she's got her eye on the door wide open. I can't show it to you because she's like on the opposite side. But she was just going crazy just now. Philomena, you can go ahead and ask your question. Thanks. Yeah, she sees that guy every Thursday he comes here. Every Thursday he comes here. And he like, you know. Ali, I'll get to your question after I do Philomena. Philomena, you just told me you're not worried about your love life. It doesn't bother you. And now you're saying what's next in your love life. See? Yeah, my dog sees that guy every Thursday. And it's like, why are you barking at the guy? He doesn't even he says, hey, how you doing? Hey buddy. You know? He calls her buddy. And she just like gets all frizzed up. Hey Ninja, how you doing? Yeah, that's understandable. I understand what you mean. Yeah. It doesn't bother me either, but it's just it does bother me that the wrong people come in. I totally get it. I totally get that. How you doing, Ninja? Well, Philomena, in the next two months or so, um, I feel like you have admirers. I feel like your looks is what attracts people to you. I feel like you have admirers, not secret admirers, but like people that admire you. They think you're good looking. They think that they're compatible with you, but they're uncertain. They're always uncertain about how they're going to approach you. If you're single, if you're with somebody, if how are things going to be with you? I do get that there is a King of Pentacles reversed. There's a man here, Could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Doesn't have to be. But this man is somebody who is not very faithful, and he's gonna like try to manipulate you to get you to like him, or to like act like he likes you, but don't take the bait, because I think that he just wants a sex-based relationship. Right now, in the next 2 months, I feel like you're not going to have any luck in your love life, but there's going to be like new people coming towards you, but they're coming towards you because you're attractive to them. But they feel like, you're the right person for them, but whether or not they take that, that courage to come towards you, I don't see that in the next 2 months or so. But there is a guy that's going to enter your life, or he could be in your life now, and he might be like, trying to convince you that he's a good guy, but really he isn't. So, and if I feel like this guy is currently in your energy, or he has his eye on you, he admires you, he likes you, but he knows he can't be 100% faithful because that's not his way of living. So I do get like a player type guy around you. He likes the way you look, he likes the way you are, but he's very uncertain on how he's going to approach you or get you to give in to him. So don't. Um, but like I said, you have admirers, and you have this guy admires you. He's not in your life, but he admires you. He looks at you and he says, how am I gonna get this girl? How am I gonna get this woman? How am I gonna convince her that, she should give me the time of day? So in the next 2 months, this can happen. So if no one's in your life now, this guy's gonna try and come towards you. But he's not, you're gonna see right through him. That's the only guy like I get that's coming towards you. So love life still looks not that great. But you do have admirers. Like you do attract men, but you like they're not, like you said, they're not men they're the wrong people. And I see that this month and next month, it's still going to be that way. It's still going to be that way. So I would say keep looking good, keep doing your thing, and somebody will find you one day or soon, and hopefully it's the right person. But right now, I get the King of Pentacles reversed, so I get a guy that likes you, but he doesn't have any courage to tell you, or he knows that you're not that type of woman. Like he knows you're not a hoe, so he knows he has no chance. But he does like the way you look, and I feel like you have admirers, but they're not stepping up. Sounds about what life is. Yeah, Ali, my sister, she would love to have somebody, but now that she's officially divorced, but she doesn't want the drama. She likes being free because she doesn't want a man be telling her what to do and running her life. So yeah. Let me see. All right, Ali, you're next. You said I decided to go back to school to get my practical studies. And I do okay. Well, what the cards are telling me is, even though you've decided to go back and to go back and study, this is gonna like, it's gonna, I feel like you're gonna procrastinate on this. Like if you're saying you decided to do this, but you haven't done it yet, then the energy is saying that you're still procrastinating on this. You're still thinking that even if I do this, how the hell am I going to do it? And how am I going to make this happen? So the cards are saying that this is an opportunity, this is an opportunity. Hear me out. because you asked me two questions in one. So you asked me, how is it going to be okay, and are you going to be able to find a job? So I feel like it's going to be okay if you do it, but you're going to be disappointed because you're probably not going to get what you want right away, and it might take a 4 month period, if that makes sense. But the future and the opportunities are coming up, but you have to realize that these plans that you're making, they may not go according to plan. So, but it'll shortly arrive, but it's going to be within a 4 to 6 month period. I think it's going to be less than 6 months, but it could be like a 4 month period where you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be, mentally drained. And because Aho might be distracting you a bit, you might feel like you're not, getting any rewards from what you're doing. So I feel like it's going to be like a process where you might procrastinate it, you might be indecisive, you might be failing to face the facts of the whole thing, and you might be disappointed here and there because you're not getting exactly what you want right away. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it might be like a 4 month period where you have to find a job. You know what I mean? So the reason I'm getting those cards is because like it's not actually like, even though you've registered and all that stuff, you're physically not doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're not actually in the class yet, you know? Registering for something and actually doing it is two different things. But because the energy is not like, because you're not actually like doing it, it's like the cards are saying you can still procrastinate and you can still not do it, and you could do it and then like, be like, no, I'm not doing it now, you know? Let me just check some. As far as you getting a job this year, it's possible. But like I said, there's a I feel like Aho is gonna get in the way of you doing this. Like, if that makes sense, I'm not sure. But I feel, because I get him here. I get you perfectly fine. You're gonna get what you want. You're gonna get a job, you're gonna feel secure, but this might make him mad, like, or might, because you get this job, it's gonna make him feel like, oh, because you got this job, you're fine. You don't need me and you don't need my money now because you got this nice job. I'm sure he's like that. Yeah, yeah. But I asked, by the end of this year, will you get this job? It says it's very possible, but you're gonna have to go through some type of bullshit with him because he shows up here, King of Swords reverse. That's him. And he might make you feel like a certain way. Because when a woman makes more money than a man, or if a woman has a secure job, the guy's gonna be like, "Oh, well, I don't have to give her too much child support because she's got money, or she's got a job, or blah blah blah." That type of bullshit. So even though I see you getting the job eventually, it's still gonna be. Don't let him. So what I'm saying is, don't let him get in the way. Don't let him get in the way of your success. And even if you do get this job, and when you do, don't like, don't let him get in the way. That's all I'm saying. Don't let him make you procrastinate. So you have to you have to make sure he doesn't get in the way. Simple, if that makes sense. So don't let him get in the way. Okay, I didn't see your second question until now, so that's why. See, when I read your second question right here, that's exactly why I saw it in the first question. And that's why. See? Because now you're saying the legal action is gonna be taken. So this can be all this can like change. That's why this is changing the outcome. See, now that I read the second one, that's why I got what I got in the first one. Mm-hmm. I don't see it going to court, to be honest, because he knows he can't financially do that. He can't make it happen financially, and this is gonna make his whole family mad, and they're gonna be like, he's gonna be even more mad because he doesn't want to go to court because he knows this is financially going to destroy him. So he's gonna follow his old ways and not want to. He's gonna like try to make something happen, but he knows that if he goes to trial or to court, it's going to be self punishment. He's gonna not. He's not gonna. Nothing's gonna come out of it for him. So I got like a bad thing for that. Like I don't think it's gonna go to trial because he's not gonna want that. Well, there you go. That's why I didn't get, you getting a job this year. So now you're telling me it'll take 2 years. See, why you didn't tell me that from the beginning? See, this is why you're a pain in my ass. And I say things, and then you're like, see, like mother, like daughter. Please, Jesus, help me today. Okay, so as far as the judge signing off on anything, I feel like you won't get what you want, but he will sign off on something, but it's still going to be a bag of shit. It's still not going to be exactly what you want. Because you're asking me, right? Will the judge just sign off on what I want? And I'm getting that he'll sign off, but it ain't going to be on what you want. It's going to cause you a lot of like mentality and cause you like a lot of bullshit. And the outside influences ain't going to help. But the new job looks like it will happen eventually. And because of that job, it'll change the narrative on what the judge signs off on or not. Yeah, he won't go. See, that's why I like, how the fuck do you expect me to see 2 years in advance? And this is why I got what I got, because you might be like not wanting to wait that long, or you might, you're gonna it's gonna procrastinate. See, it's gonna take 2 years. See, but nobody listens to when I tell people anything. So I don't think it's gonna go to court or trial or whatever, and I don't think the judge is going to give you what you want either. So, and the reason for that is because of the way it is. Okay, hold on a sec. Let's see. All good? All right. Okay, good. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, sure. You need it again. Okay. Yeah, sure. All right. Thanks a lot. Have a good weekend. Yeah. Dumb dog. You see that guy every day, stupid. I mean, not every day, every week. She's so dumb. Anyway, yeah, my pool guy said that he had to just put some stuff in the pool or whatever. He just wanted to let me know. Cool. Now he's gone. Now I can do the rest of my life. Every Thursday, I gotta wait for this pain in the ass to come in when he wants to. But he's a cool guy. So yeah. See, the questions you're asking me are all time related. See, so if you're not, if because it's taking a process, and I'm going to tell you from experience, my sister's divorce has been going on for a year and a half, and it's just about ready to get. It never went to court. It never went, just the courts. The judge signed off on everything this week, but it's still not completely finished. Like it's still not. She still doesn't have like the paperwork, you know, and still don't have like the everything in her hands. It's all a long ass process. But he never wanted to go to court because he knew he would get reamed and get fucked over in the long run. So he ended up settling, because he knows he lost. So that can happen in your case too, because he has no case. So that's the thing. Right, but even if the judge signs off, if you don't have like a concrete job, it can change the outcome of everything. Right, and see, you said they said not to get a job regardless if I'm still in school because it won't affect the alimony and thing, the child support and alimony because it will affect exactly. That's what I'm saying, So that's the that's the situation, and then because nothing's like the ball isn't rolling too much, it's still in the early stages. So you're not going to get like a concrete answer because there's no energy in the actual system right now, So it's like there's a procrastination on all ends. That's why I explain to everybody when you ask me questions sometimes, like, you have to understand, like, if you haven't actually embedded that energy or that question in real like time, it's never going to give you like a concrete answer. Sometimes it will, but it's not going to give you like 100% because things change and people, like, if you're dealing with people, they change and they fuck up the outcome. When I tried to read for my sister's divorce, it was a 50-50 thing. I was never 100% accurate on it because it was always him changing the narrative and changing the system and changing his mind and changing the way he went through 3 lawyers. So everything went backwards, And I predicted that my sister was gonna get this house in her name in August. And she just got the paper, but she still hasn't got the deeds in her hand. So it still might take until that time. You see? So it's a fucking pain in the ass. And the judge was off the island for 2 weeks. So he couldn't sign the paper. And we're like, well, where the fuck's the other judges? So only one judge does that particular thing or whatever. So it's a pain in the ass. You got to deal with everybody else's energy. This is why, like, when we ask certain questions and we're asking about other people, we can't. The cards are not going to read everyone's fucking life all in one question. You see what I'm saying? So it's a pain in the ass because I just dealt with it with my sister. I never got a concrete answer because of other people's shit. That's the pain in the ass part of it. So, yeah. Hey Antigone, how you doing? This is an early show? Yeah, I guess. It's not early here, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But it might be early for you. But either way, yeah, it's an early show. I didn't come on last night because I was up till midnight watching my basketball team kick ass. Celtics won again. They're one victory away from the championship. Hey Tristan, how you doing, bro? I'm good, thanks. How are you? Yeah, Ninja, but that's okay. Let them ignore because the parents. If his parents are just like him, then ain't nothing gonna come out of it. Like they're always gonna go with their son. My ex brother-in-law's family, they can't stand him, and he's the son, but they're always gonna take his side, even if he's the worst son in the world. They're still taking his side because that's how those people are. A lot of parents won't downgrade their children or take or go against them. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is, and rightfully so. That's your child, even though they're an idiot. You know, that's the person you made. You deal with it. Yeah, exactly. See, so a lot of people get married and their in-laws are the worst, and that's why I'm not married, because I don't want to deal with nobody else's parents, because my parents are bad enough. My parents are very negative and they're very annoying, and I just dealt with them today, and they're a pain in my ass. So yeah, it ain't easy. When you deal with other people's parents, that's how it is. My mom told me that her parents didn't want her to come to Bermuda to get married to my dad and try to hold her back. And she went on a plane by herself to come to Bermuda to marry my dad. And my mom was like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna marry my dad. I'm marry him, and I'm going to Bermuda." But so her parents are like, "Oh, you're gonna make a mistake," blah blah blah. Anyway, she didn't make a mistake because she made me. So anyway, yeah. Uh, and my dad's parents, my dad's dad, he was cool, but my dad's mom, my grandmother, she was a bitch. She was so negative. She always talked shit about everybody. She lived to see 94. And right up to the day she died, she was a burden and a pain in the ass in everybody's life. And I never liked her because she was always negative. She was always talking shit about everybody, and that's like my dad. He's almost like her. He's a negative Nancy too, but he's not like somebody who talks shit about people. He's just like a negative person. He has her negative genes. Like everything is negative. There's no positive in anything that he sees. You know. So it's and his parents never wanted him to marry my mom either, because they were from two different districts or two different neighborhoods and blah 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 and all this bullshit, family this, family that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you can choose your friends and your partners, but you can't choose your family. Your family is always going to be your family, and whether or not they're a pain in the ass or bitches or assholes or idiots, it's up to you to put them under scrutiny and say, hey, look, I'm gonna keep you at a distance. You're my mom or you're my dad, but guess what? I'm not putting up with you. Like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You know? And I deal with my parents because I do, because at the end of the day they're 80 years old, and I feel bad for them sometimes, even though they're a bunch of drama queens and they piss me off every day like they did today. And at the end of the day, I still help them because everybody makes me feel guilty for not dealing with, for like if I don't deal with them. And it's not so much that, it's just, I know they need me because I'm the only son they have that actually knows how to do things. So it's hard. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I do, Antigone. F you, F you, and F you. I have no problem with effing somebody off and telling them about themselves. 'Cause I don't want people to be taking my energy and aggravating me. That ain't happening. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. I've learned my lesson a long time ago to never let people like dictate to you how you should live your life. And I don't care if you're my cousin, my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad. If I don't like you, I'm not going to deal with you and you can go to hell. And if you look at me in any type of way, I don't care. You can ask your question when you're ready. I got the donation. Thanks. So I tell people all the time, you have to choose who you want to deal with. So if your mother's a bitch and you don't like her, then don't deal with her. If your dad's an idiot, don't deal with him. If your friend is an idiot, don't deal with him. If you're getting disrespected, why keep doing it? Why keep allowing these people to do it? So we are our own worst enemy if we don't take a stance and create boundaries and don't deal. All because that person's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, or your cousin, or your uncle, or whatever. It doesn't mean you have to respect them and deal with them. They just got that label where they're your family, but you don't have like you know you don't have to deal with them. There's a lot of people in this world that don't speak to their parents, don't speak to their mom, their dad, their brothers. There's people who disown their whole family and live a whole different life. It's in the world. It's life. So I don't, ever tell somebody, oh, that's your dad or your mom. You shouldn't do that. Just keep taking a beating and keep getting disrespected because they're your parents. Oh, hell no. My older brother and my older sister, I don't talk to them at all. I don't want nothing to do with them. If they speak to me, I'll speak back. I'll say hello and that's it. But they'll never call me and ask me something or do something. They don't associate with me and I don't associate with them. I just love my nephews, which are their kids, and then fuck everybody. Fuck them. I don't need them in my life. I never have. And they're just a bunch of jealous idiots and they don't help my parents. So it makes me even more mad. So I don't deal with them. Oh, because you're my brother and my sister doesn't mean I have to love you and I have to deal with you. Especially if you disrespect me. Hell no. No, no. No, no. So my youngest sister that I live next to, she's my best friend. And she's the only one who has my back, and I'm the only one who has her back. And during this divorce, no one helped my sister like I did. My other sister and brother didn't help my sister. They didn't give a fuck about her like that. I did. And that's why her and I came out on top. We beat the divorce case and we got everything we ever wanted. And now he's living in fear and he tried to get me involved, saying that he sent me all my sister money laundered money, but he has no proof. Everything he said about me and my sister, he never presented any proof. So the lawyers were like, where's the proof, bro? You're claiming that your sister and your brother are this bad people and stole your money apparently, but you ain't got no money, you fucking idiot. Where's your money? The money you have is because of my sister, you moron. So he claimed that me and my sister were stealing money, but don't have no proof. And how can we steal your money if you see the bank account, you have the access to the bank account, you moron? So he presented no proof because guess what? Liars have no proof. It's simple. That's why me and my sister won, and he took a big L. He lost, and we won officially. We won. And we won because we presented proof. So family will hurt you the most. We did everything for that piece of shit. And he went and disrespected his kids, me, my sister, my parents. He tried to fuck us over, but we proved, everything. We proved our innocence, which we shouldn't have, but we did. And we proved that he stole a whole pile of shit from here. He stole thousands of dollars from here in materialistic things. And he locked it all up in these bins and shit. And I went in there, I didn't give a fuck. His cameras were watching me and I didn't even care. I went in there and I recorded everything, took pictures of all the shit he took without our permission. And he got burnt in the end. He got fucked, not us. Fucking around with me and I'll make you look like an idiot. And that's exactly what he looks like. He looks like a complete fool because he fucked around with me and my sister. So yeah, fuck him. Hope he rots in hell. I really do. And his kids don't give a shit about him either. And it's sad because I never grew up without a father, but I hated my dad when I was young. There's some days I want to knock his ass the fuck out because my dad's a control freak, see. But now he can't control me, he just aggravates me. So, dealing with parents are annoying sometimes, There's a lot of people who have shitty parents and a lot of people who have good parents. My parents are good, it's just that they're very negative. So it annoys me because I'm not a negative person, I'm a positive person. I like to live around positive people. I don't want to hear negative shit all day. That aggravates the fuck out of me. Don't be negative around me. I don't like that. I want to hear positive shit. And if you have negative shit, you can always change it into positive stuff. So look at the brighter side of things. That's all you got to do. It's very simple, you know. And you don't know what you're talking about. I lived this life and I had this. Well, fucking do something about it then. Don't cry to me. Make your life better, moron. You know, life is meant to be changed. All right, Antigone, you said, how does Nicholas M feel towards me, and will he work continue? Will he work continue to be cordial? Speak English, please. Yeah, exactly. The other side of the coin. What does cordial mean? What does cordial mean? Let me find out, because you got to talk English in here. Fucking cordial. What the fuck is cordial? Why you just can't be simple in life? Let me see. Cordial, warm and friendly. So you basically asked the question twice. Cordial is warm and friendly. The atmosphere was cordial and relaxed. Why just you can't say, is he gonna continue to be friendly to me? What the fuck is with cordial? Huh? Why you have to act like you're smart or something? Well, Ninja, that's good. That means you don't have to deal with his energy. That's a good thing. You wish you were smarter than me. If you were smarter than me, then you wouldn't come to me then. See, I just proved you're not smarter. Anyway, this person, Nicholas, is going to be cordial to you, right? They think that you're the Queen of Pentacles, which is a person who's very secure, nice, comfortable. They feel like they can get along with you. But they just don't want to be they don't want a selfish person. They want you to accept that what they're doing is right. And if you can accept their balance, give and take, then you'll be fine. Things will be cordial, you know. I feel like he's like going through some personal stuff. Like if he's in a personal relationship with people, they might discontinue to be around him, and he's going through like his like personal life is not as good as his work life. So his work life is good, but his personal life might get in the way, of people's like perceptions of him, or like he might not be putting in 100% into things because of his personal life, right? But I do see him maintaining peace with you, and I feel like he looks at you as a good person. Like, you know what I mean? But I think that a woman is making him like mad in his personal life, but it's not you. But he feels secure around you. He feels you're a generous person. He feels like you're a good person, even though you're a pain in my ass. But you might not be a pain in his. So he'll continue to be cordial and maintain peace with you, and he's gonna find balance. And he likes the way you balance things out, and you give him that sense of security that he's with somebody that actually knows what they're doing. So you might actually be smart after all, So that's good. At least I'm talking to somebody that's got a brain. So yeah, he will continue to be cool with you. He thinks that you're good. He looks at you as the Queen of Pentacles. So if somebody looks at you as the Queen of Pentacles, they're looking at you like you're a better person than the people that he's dealing with. So having you around is good for him and good for you. And he's going to try and maintain peace with you and the balance to make sure everything works out, because he hasn't had that from other people around him. So I feel like he can trust you, and he'll keep things cordial. I got to use that word now so he looks smart. Why he looks smart is, I got to talk smart. No, I didn't say anything about why you trying to change things. I tell you, he's not good in his personal life. Nothing to do with you. He looks at you Everything's fine. I answered your question. I see, he said, what is his feelings towards you? He's good. He just in his personal life, he has like some issues. You understand? See, if you were smart, you would understand what I said. Auntie gone. Marley, you see what I gotta put up with your friend? Thank you, Antigone. I appreciate it. You're welcome, man. Thank you too. I appreciate it. You're good. Nicholas likes you. At least somebody does. That's good. For a person to look at you as the Queen of Pentacles, it's a good image. It's a good thing. So that's good. Yeah, I feel like he is. I just think that cool dudes also have, personal relationships that, because he's a cool person, he might have been taken advantage of by some people. So he needs to like cipher out who he needs to be cordial with, you know? So he can be cordial with you. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So I got good vibes on that. It'll continue to be cool. Long as you stay in that energy of, support and secure, then he'll be okay with you. Yeah, he'll be cool. But I think his personal life has some issues with that. Like he's trying to get away from certain people or a certain personal relationship. Yeah. Which is fine. It's nothing to do with you. It just is showed up there. All right, Ninja, take care. Nah, not you. In personal life, I'll blame you though, but he's not gonna blame. Yeah, it's good. I got good vibes. I just think that when I read people's energy, like it shows why they like you or why they're cool with you because they might have issues in their own life, but they look at you not as that person. You see, that's how the cards came out. It showed him his personal life, and then it showed I like Antigone because she's the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like she's generous and kind and secure, so I can deal with her. But I'm still gonna like make sure that I maintain peace with the people that are good to me because I've been dealing with assholes all my life. And that's the energy that most people live through right now in real life. People always come in here and say, I've been with the wrong person numerous times. I have a lot of fake friends. I had to figure out who's right and who's wrong. It's like the energy this year and has been for many years is everybody has to figure out who is good and who is bad. And sometimes you can't figure it out right away because people are so manipulative and so slick and so like cunning and nasty. Like they can trick you so easy to thinking that they're a good person. So it's the energy that we're in. It's that a lot of people have to like really see who is real and who is not. Real recognizes real, and real also recognizes fake. So a real person like us, like all of us in here, we're real people, but we have to find real people. Real people can't always find you because they don't want to find nobody because they're too busy, they're too annoyed to find the wrong person again. That's my perception on things lately. And I see it happen with a lot of people. A lot of people tell me I need to write a book, but I have no time to write a book until maybe I get in my older ages when I retire. Hey Shakima, how you doing? Hola, ¿cómo está? Konnichiwa. Yeah, a lot of people tell me that, and I will one day probably. But I feel like this channel gives me well, if I ever need to write a book, I can just rewatch my videos because my whole perception of life and it's like this That's why like I want to have a podcast on here at some point in time, but like I feel like this is like a podcast majority of the time. Every day, like I talk about reality and life and situations. I give a lot of advice and I also take it, and I also like to hear people talk about their lives to remind myself that I don't have it as bad as some people. And it's good because some people just sit back and watch and listen, and they're saying to themselves, "Fuck, I thought I had it bad. Look at this person." So other people's lives and situations allow us to reflect on, hey, I don't have it as bad as I thought. I would never want to be in that predicament. And that's why I keep telling people I'm not going to be negative, and I try not to be at all. But sometimes people lure you into the energy of negativity, and then you like you say, "Fuck is wrong with you?" Like you don't want to fuck you up. But you can't get yourself like that. Don't do it, like, because that's what people want. They want misery loves company. So if they see you happy, they're gonna say something to aggravate you or something to get you mad. And if you do it, they win. They win. They honestly win. When they make you mad, they win. And that's what I had to teach my sister. I said, look, because your ex-husband knows you don't want him and knows that, that you are going to be happier without him, he's going to continue to lie on your name and he's going to continue to say bad shit. But if you entertain it and you let it cling to you and let that lie that he said make you mad, then he wins because his energy is zapping you to be mad, because that's what liars and bad people do. They zap you with lies and zap you with negativity to make you mad, and they win because they don't want to see you happy because it makes them look dumb. It makes them look like, oh yeah, they're better off without me, so I can't have that. I have to make them look bad, or I have to say bad things about them, and when they react, it's going to make them look guilty. And that's the perception that I always get from people all over the world is the people that are around you, you are who you hang around. So if you hang around negative people, you're going to end up becoming negative like them. And even if you're not negative like them and you're positive, they're still going to find a way to put you in that negative circle because you hang around them, or they hang around you. So the best thing to do, in my opinion, and my advice for everyone, is to live your own life without the negative parts. Even if you're without friends and family, you still have yourself. You got me? So having yourself and your own sanity allows you to stay positive because you know you can. And then when you get rid of all the negative people, God says, hey, guess what? You did a great job getting rid of this person, that person, that person, that person, and now you're ready to see what real people are, like yourself. So now we're going to bring you some real people. And that's exactly how life is. You end up being with a real person, or you end up going together God ends up putting you with the right people so your life can expand because you put in the work of finally getting rid of some bad people in your life. And as soon as you get rid of a bad person, job, situation, marriage, whatever it is, your whole life changes. But if you don't put in that work, it's never going to happen. You're going to continue to live on that merry-go-round. And when that merry-go-round goes too fast, it's going to kick you off, and then you got to try and get back on. And it's very hard. So my advice to everyone is stay away from negative people, negative situations. And if you change your life and you know you're changing it for the better, then you will succeed. I guarantee you, because you're looking at someone who changed his life from thousands of friends to just a handful. And my whole life changed because I chose to get away from those situations and those people. Same thing when I came live on here almost 6 years ago. I dealt with pain in the ass psychics, pain in the ass people, people who wanted to leech off of me, or people that claimed I was leeching off of them. And then now it's just me, myself, and I, and fuck you. I don't need you. And I just proved I don't need you. All I need is good people like all of you in my life, and all you do is need me. We need each other. And if we understand the needs of each other, then everything works out positively. That's it. You got to need somebody for who they are, not for what they have. That's it. Simple. Accept the change. It's simple. Get rid of shit. Get rid of fucking shit in your life and you'll be fine. But my sister got rid of her husband and he left here a year ago. This whole house, the whole energy, me, my sister, the dog, even the kids, everybody has excelled and changed for the better. And he is still the same loser, the same liar, and the same piece of shit. He has not changed. He has gotten worse. And he went to counseling and it still didn't change because no counselor and no one is going to change you. You have to personally change your own life. And if you don't, no one can change you. I've changed people's lives with my words, with my advice, and with my support. But I can't shake you and say, you have to fucking do what I tell you. You're going to look at me like this guy's a fucking nut job. I'm not doing what you tell me to do, but I'll take your advice and try what you tell me to see if it works. You got me? I've changed people's lives on here for the better, but they did the rest. I did 50% and they did 50%. Now they don't need me because they've changed their own life. They've put 100% into themselves. They don't need my 50% no more. They don't need my advice no more. And if they do, I'll give it to them. But once they change, they realize how easy it was and how easy it can be. And people change my life, plenty of times. Everybody that comes in here has changed my life for the better. Even if they're a piece of shit, they still change me for the better because I realize that I have challenges to deal with stupid people. And if I let it happen, I'm going to look stupid for letting them make me look stupid. Yeah, exactly. Listening to people on here is somewhat bad too because people have bad opinions, bad advice, and people want you to pick a side. The only side you should be on is God's side. Once you're on God's side, there's nothing that's going to stop you. Because if you believe in God and you believe in yourself, then God's going to allow things to happen. But you have to put in the work. You can't just think that, there's a fucking genie in a lamp and you rub it and you're going to fucking, get every wish that you want. It don't work that way. That's bullshit. That's a movie. There's no genie in a lamp and God ain't no genie in a lamp either. But you can ask him for things, but you got to do your part. You can't just who the fuck are you to be privileged enough to get something from God if you don't even care about him and you use him as a convenience? The more you believe, the more you receive. Because when you start to believe in God and yourself, even if you don't believe in God, that's okay. You just believe in yourself. If you don't want to deal with religion or God or anything like that, you got to believe in yourself. You got to trust yourself and believe in yourself that you can do it. You can make the change. You can make it happen. That's simple. Because some people say, oh, I don't believe in God. That's okay. It's not okay, but it is okay. If you don't believe in God, you will eventually one day. Because when you're on your deathbed, you're gonna ask for help. Trust me. And he'll become your convenience at first, and then he'll become your real savior. Believe me when I tell you, he'll make you feel it. A lot of people change their whole aspect when they need God. Because they'll believe in him when you fucking need him. And he's gonna make you a believer when you need him the most. And then you'll change your whole perception on life. And some people could say, well, it's a choice, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cool. This is my choice. And I'm telling you, my choice made me better. So if your choices might make you better if you believe in yourself And if you believe in God, that's even better. And if you don't want to believe in God, that's okay. You believe in your ancestors because that's who God gives to us, right? Spirit is the most powerful thing on earth, believe it or not. And you, if you have your mother, your father, your grandparents, your ancestors in spirit, right? Whoever you have in spirit, it could be your unborn child. It doesn't matter. These people in spirit are at your convenience to help you with your life because God can do it all. God is the reason why God is a spirit and he's not a person is because he is the first spirit that's been in the world. You see what I'm saying? He's the longest lasting spirit. He's the Holy Spirit. So he allows the other spirits that you know to help you because he can't possibly help billions of people all at the same time. So what he does, in my opinion, he sends your ancestors back to you and you worship them to help you because God is all one. God is everything. So God is every single person in your family. Duh. So if you do that, if you don't believe in God, a higher power, that's okay. Believe in your spirit family because they will help you. It's that simple. I'm just saying. You can take however I say to you, whatever you want. It don't matter. That's my belief. And I'm a medium, so I should know the difference. Because I don't see God. I don't see Jesus. I don't see Mary and Joseph. I'm not privileged enough to see them. But I believe they exist. But they show me your ancestors. They show me the people that have died around you, the people that love you. That's why I do what I do. That's why in the Bible it says, that, psychics are not really supposed to, you're not supposed to see dead people don't know shit. That's bullshit. What that phrase says is you cannot see God and Jesus and all that stuff. And if you do, it's a choice that they've given you to see them, right? To make you believe them. But if you don't, it doesn't matter. I'm seeing your ancestors because I'm only worthy to see them. And you're supposed to believe them that they're helping you. If you don't, you're fucked because you're never going to get nowhere. It's all about your belief. And that's why people just don't understand that you're not worthy enough to see God and see Jesus and all that shit. It's not for you to see. You're not meant to see them because they're not your family. They're everyone. They're everything. God is everything. You know. Well, the thing is the Bible's been rewritten by different people. So the thing is the reason why. Listen, the reason why that verse says the dead know nothing. So if the dead know nothing, then you're saying that God knows nothing and Jesus knows nothing. That's exactly what that verse says. So if Jesus doesn't know nothing, then why are we worshiping him? If in the Bible it says that he actually is dead, he's a spirit. So if you're telling me that a medium is bullshit and psychic stuff is bullshit, right? Then you're telling me that worshiping Jesus is bullshit because Jesus is a spirit. God is a spirit. So you're telling me your ancestors are bullshit then. And they know nothing. If you think that, you're a fucking idiot. Straight up. You're an idiot. And another reason why I think they put that in the Bible is because they don't want you to understand that God is real. Because I make people believe, and I know I don't make people believe, you will believe that your ancestors know what you're doing because I will prove it to you, and I have proved it to you, right? I can see your family and you never showed me them. I can do a mediumship reading and show you that God gave me the gift to see dead people. So how does the dead know nothing if I tell you what they know? So that Bible verse is bullshit, just like a lot of verses in there are bullshit. I don't really read the Bible, but I know what it says. But not everything thing in there is true because it's been rewritten by bad people because they don't want you to really know the truth. Because if you know the truth, your life gets better. And it's all about what you perceive you know. So if you want to listen to bullshit things in the Bible, then go right ahead. But not everything and not every book is the truth. There's faction fiction. There's facts and fiction in everything. There's good and bad in everything. If I give you a bottle of wine, you can drink it all and get drunk. Or you can use it to marinate your meat or marinate your food. Or you can just have a one glass every day and not get drunk, right? So wine is good and wine is bad. But the bad part is if you abuse it. Simple. Simple as that. Love and life, how you doing? Shit, I've been ranting over here. I didn't even see. I haven't been looking at the chat. I'm looking at myself talk shit. Well, not talk shit, but talk reality. But a lot of people need to hear those things that I say because a lot of people don't believe, like they're just in delusional world. But you just have to understand that the Bible, every book and everything that we do is good and bad. There's good and bad in everything. So there's verses in that Bible that are bullshit that were put there by bad people, you know? And that's the thing. So that's why I don't really care what anybody says, because my belief is my belief because God gave me a gift to be a medium and I didn't want it. I didn't care to be a psychic or a medium because in the Bible it said that verse and I always said to myself, oh, this is demonic or this is bad. It's not, because I use it for a good reason, not a bad reason. If I wanted to use it for bad reasons, then I'd be rich and I would con everybody and I will bullshit you and I will, DM you every day and say that some spirit's here and you want to talk to them so I can make money off of you and laugh at you and become rich and put myself towards the devil. That's using my gift in a bad way, but I don't do that. So that's why I'm successful and that's why I'm still here. And that's why everybody comes to me for real shit. And if you change the reading, that's up to you. So I never guarantee anything. Never ever. I never say I guarantee this will happen. Anything I can guarantee is I'm telling you what the truth is through spirit. And when I tell you an answer, it's not really my answer, it's the answer of spirit. I just give you my advice. So whether or not it happens, it still depends on you. That's why people have to understand that. I'm never going to say, hey, I'm the best in the world and I'm best and I can read anything and I can do that. Never, ever. I never put myself in front of spirit. Never, ever. I'm who you want me to be, and I'm who I am because I know I'm going to tell you the truth. That's it. Whether or not you want that is up to you. Yeah, Miss Bikini. I'm Catholic as well. I was born and raised a Catholic. I don't really practice my faith. But when I went to church last month to be the godfather of the confirmation of my nephew, they say things different now. The whole church is different. The whole ceremony is different. It's different words. They've changed the words, how you respond, how you pray. Everything's on a billboard for you to read now. It's weird. Like the church is a lot different than what it was back when I was growing up. And I was an altar boy for 8 years because when I did that by choice, because when I was an altar boy, I felt like if I go up there, I'm closer to God. I'm closer to Jesus. Because when I looked behind me on a crucifix was Jesus there and Mary and the saints and all those things. I went to a church called St. Patrick's. And every Sunday I went to church, I was an altar boy. I never sat in the pew next to my family. You see what I'm saying? So I was an altar boy for 8 years. From 8 years old, when I did my Holy Communion, I went straight to an altar boy and I left at 16 because when I reached 16, I realized that the church was changing dramatically in front of my eyes. And I also knew that I didn't have to go to church to love and to respect God's wishes. I can pray at home, you know? Because if God is everything and God is in my heart and in my home, then why do I have to go to church and be around a whole pile of sinners and pieces of shit that don't even care about God and go to church and once every Sunday and you're still doing dumb shit? Because when I reached 16, I realized that I don't want to go here no more. This is a joke. Like, these people are changing the whole perception of why you go to church. And then when I saw bad people in church, it made me feel weird. So I was like, well, I can still pray at home. I can still love God at home. So why am I going to go to church? So now I go to church every now and then. And, when I'm at church, I ask God for his forgiveness. I ask Jesus, to help me. And I did that last month when I was at church. I looked at him on that crucifix and I said, look, just help me, and just know that I don't come here because of all these weirdos. Oh, there's hoes in church, there's sinners in church, there's murderers in church, there's pieces of shit in church. All those sins that you claim not to do, these people are all doing it, including me. But I'm not nowhere near as bad as half the people that go to church. So I don't go there because I can't see those people. I can't be around those people. Those people annoy me. So if I want to continue my love and faith for God, I'm going to do it at home. I have a Bible upstairs on my little bureau and my little altar. I have pictures of Jesus everywhere. I wear the cross on my neck every day. And some people say, oh, what you're doing there, you're basically, wearing this cross, you're showing the pain he went through. No, idiot. I'm showing you what he went through for us, you moron. And if I want to wear that, that's the symbol that we know that he did. He sacrificed for us. So I'm going to wear that because that's his symbol. Duh. I don't wear it because it's bad. I wear it because that's the symbol of him. He wants us to know what we did for him, you stupid ass. So like people have so much stupid things to say if you're a follower of God or you love Jesus or you worship him. So don't believe everything the Bible say. It's all, a lot of it's like people's bullshit that they put in there. And the Catholic religion is very corrupt, believe it or not. It's even worse now than it's ever been. And when I went to church last month, I saw how weird it is. And I saw a bishop do the ceremony and he was like trying to make it modernized. You don't have to make it modernized. What you have to do is tell people how wonderful God is and how wonderful Jesus is and what they've done for us. That's it. You don't have to change things. You don't have to show videos or change the way you pray and change the way you respond. Are you dumb? You don't change those things. You have to let people know during your homily, tell people what the apostles did with God, with Jesus. Tell how great Jesus is. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you talking about like 9/11 and fucking all this bullshit that's happened in the world? That's nothing to do with God. That's nothing to do with Jesus. You see, the Catholic religion, a lot of those people a lot of those priests, they have no clue how to get your attention. You know why? Because people don't give a fuck. Because they realize that going to church is not the right thing to do all the time. It can be if you block out all the negative things. But you can pray right at home and you'll be perfectly fine. My life is a lot better since I don't go there, because you're going to a place where there is bad things and bad people. That's why bad people go to church, because they want their sins forgiven. But I can get those forgiven at home. And God knows, everybody knows, spirit knows that I've done my time. When I was an altar boy, I sacrificed every week to go up there on that altar and serve God and serve the priests and do my job. Sometimes I was look, when I was in school, I went to a Catholic school. I'm going to tell you this story before I go. I went to a Catholic school, private Catholic school. My parents put us all there. I never wanted to go there because I never felt comfortable there because it was like a jail. Because we got taught by nuns, and nuns are like the worst people in the world because they hate men. Even though they praise Jesus, that's a man, they hate men. That's why you're a nun, because you don't like dick and you don't like men. That's what a nun is. Okay? And don't tell me no different. Because I went to a school with a bunch of nasty, devilish nuns. And I hope they all rot in hell, all of them that went to that school and taught at that school and principals at that school. Because they're the reason I left. Because they only liked women and they didn't like men. All the guys got treated like shit in that school, right? So when we went to the school mass, which is the school church mass, right? Every month we went maybe 2 or 3 times to church, especially during like the holiday Easter and Stations of the Cross, all that stuff, like all the church masses. And no one wanted to be an altar boy at church because the guys, me, I had to dress up in a robe with my cross and my rope belt, right? So they used to tease me. Mark, you look gay. You're wearing a dress like the priest, and oh yeah, I'm not being an altar boy. Fuck that. You're in front of all these people. Yeah, I ain't doing that shit. I don't want to be an altar boy. Nobody wanted to be an altar boy, even though they were altar boys at their church, their parish church, but they wouldn't. Right? They're gonna teach. So I every time school mass, I volunteered to be the altar boy. And this is no lie. Nobody else wanted to do it because you were get made fun of, right? Even though you're supposed to be in a Catholic church worshiping God and knowing that, altar boys are a good thing. So at the end of when I was 17, I was the last time I was an altar boy was at school before I dropped out. I was 17 years old. And I went up there and I was an altar boy because nobody else wanted to do it. The priest said, "Thank you so much for always being the altar boy here. I appreciate you. I know you're getting older now." And I said, "Look, I'm leaving school. I don't have no time for this shit." He goes, "Oh, you shouldn't leave school. But, if you believe in God, you'll be okay." I'm like, "Yeah, I do. Whatever about you, fuck you, bud." So anyway, after I left and I took off my robe and I hung up my shit, I said, "I ain't doing the altar boy thing no more because I'm leaving school and I don't want to be here." So the principal was a nun, and she said to me, "Look, you failed religion by 2 points, right? You got a 58%, you need a 60. So I can't let you pass to the next grade because you need those 2 points." And I said, "Well, look, I failed biology and I failed religion, and I don't want to come back to this school because of you and everybody else here. You guys are all corrupt and you don't care about men." She's like, "What are you talking about?" She was arguing with me in her office, trying to get me to stay. And I was like, "Let me tell you something. Who has been the altar boy for the past 8 years for this school?" She goes, "Oh, you." I said, "When you go to St. Patrick's Church, who do you see there every week?" She says, "You." I said, "So if you're a nun and you believe in God, and you believe in giving chances, you believe you worship Jesus, then why won't you give me 2 points to pass religion and I'll go to summer school for biology and then I'll go to the next grade?" And she said, "Oh, no, it doesn't work like that." And I said, "Well, it doesn't work like that for me either. So if you're not going to compromise with me, then I'm not going to compromise with you. So I'm going to drop out of school. I'm going to work and I'm going to be a better person than you fucking people have tried to make me." And I said, as a nun and as a sister of God and of the church, for you to not give me 2 points for being an altar boy for 8 years, then fuck you. And I said it just like that. And I slammed the door in her face because when I was 17, I was a fucking gangster. And I fucking hated people who disrespected me. And guess what? Look how I came out. Fuck you, fuck your school, and fuck none. Fuck all of you. Because you ain't no real follower of Christ. You followed the devil because you didn't give me those 2 points and I could have stayed in school. But no, you want to be a bitch. So fuck you. That's what you get. And I still follow God. I'm still a follower of Christ, and I still believe in God. And God put me where I am and said, "Fuck you. You can rot in hell for disrespecting Marky." There you go. And when I tell people that story, they're like, "That's fucked up." I said, "Exactly. I never, and no one has ever given me an easy way besides God. That's it. In school, you didn't give a shit about me. You didn't give me my 2 points because I serve God. So if I'm serving God and you're serving God, wouldn't you think you can give me those 2 points? You don't want to give it to me? Fuck you. Bye." And I left. And she thought I was gonna come back. "Oh yes, sister, whatever, please give me my two." No, fuck you. No, no, bye. My dad was mad. My mom was mad. My family was mad because I left school. I had 2 more years left. I was like, I ain't doing that shit. Hell no. Fuck that school. I'm gone. They don't like me anyway. And when I was 17, I had already reached puberty. So I had, facial hair, and I wanted to grow my back of my hair long. And they said, "Oh, in the Catholic school, you can't do that. You can't have a beard. You can't have long hair." And I said, "Well, Jesus did. All the images of Jesus is a man with a beard and long hair. So I want to be like Jesus. I want to be like my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ." "Oh, no, you can't do that." I said, "So what's the sense of being in this fucking school then? If you want me to worship a man that you say is my Savior, then why can't I look like him? I want him to be my idol. I want to have long hair and a beard just like." "No, you can't do that." "Oh, then fuck you. I'm leaving." And that I grew my hair longer and I have my beard. And I said, "I don't need you to dictate to me what my life is. I'm going to be who the fuck I want. I'm going to be like Jesus. So fuck you." That's exactly what I did. And look how I turned out perfectly fine, even though I don't have long hair. But I did have long back, back in the day I had longer hair. But I choose not to be that way now. That's cool. But see what I mean? So how can my Catholic faith make me a better person? Because it's never about religion. It's about God. And that's why I tell people, I don't care what religion you are. Religion is bullshit. You're supposed to believe in God. There's no thing in the Bible that says you have to be a Catholic, an Anglican, Muslim. There's none of that shit. It just says be a Christian. A Christian is a person who believes in Christ. That's it. What part of that you say you read the Bible, but you obviously don't. You say you like Jesus, but you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't talk about religion. That's why I don't talk about Catholic shit on here, because I may be I'm a registered Catholic because I went through the baptism, the communion, the confirmation. Yes, I'm a part of the Catholic Church, but I don't want to make my part of a religion, even though I am. But my choice is to be Christian and to be a part of God. That's it. That's all I want, and that's why my life is much better, because I don't allow the church to dictate to me what the fuck they want me to be. I'm gonna be who I want. Fuck you. You know what I mean? And that's my story. Love and life. I like what you said there. You said you came out all right, my friend. Forgive them. I'm sensing a little childhood trauma. Nah. One thing, I never let my childhood like get the best of me. I went through a lot when I was a child, because I always wanted to please my parents, and my parents always embedded, go to church, go to church. And I say to them, you guys go to church every week and you got more problems than anybody in our family. And they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said that. It's because we're old." I said, "There's a lot of old people that don't go to church. They're perfectly fine." I said, "I told you already. Stop going to church and just believe in God at home. You ain't got to go to church. All that fucking bad energy around there. Don't go to church. Jesus wants you to do all that stuff at home." And they're like, "Oh my God, you're gonna go to hell. You don't believe in God, because if you do, you go to church." I said, It's not about going to church. Church is at home. You can worship Him at home. Trust me. You don't have to go to church. There's no law that you have to go to church to believe in God. It doesn't work that way. In the Bible, it doesn't say every Sunday go to church or else you'll die. So what are you talking about? Leave it alone, man. Just love God at home. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What would Jesus do? I'll tell you what Jesus would do. Jesus would say, look, live your life. I gave you free will. Use it wisely. If you don't, it's not going to look good for you. That's the only thing that Jesus would do. Jesus would say, look, I gave you free will to do whatever you want. Make the right choices and you'll have the right outcome. Simple. That's what Jesus would do. If Jesus was right in front of me right now, he would say, Mark, I'm glad you help your family. I'm glad you help yourself. I'm glad you help people online. I love you. Continue to do the good work. Continue to preach my name. Continue to believe in me, and I'll put the right things in front of you. That's what Jesus would say to me if he was in front of me. And he would say, look, now on the negative side, stop cursing. Stop thinking negative sometimes. Stop worrying about what these people think about you. I know it's a part of life. People, punished me, killed me. So I understand what you're going through. People are always going to be there trying to get you. But don't do what I did and give in to them. Just, keep living your life and doing what you have to do. That's it. That's what Jesus would say to me. And he would say, look, I know you said you want to live long. I'll let you live long. Okay? Just keep doing your thing. I'm like, okay, thanks. I appreciate you. That's it. Simple. He'd be like, look, put up with these dumb people. Put up with your parents. Put up with stupidity sometimes, because these people really need help. I know you think they're stupid, but please don't say it out loud. People are not as smart as you, so you have to make sure they get to a better place. So you got to help them, okay, buddy? I'll be like, all right, Jesus, cool, thanks. I guess, it can't always be great. And I'll be like, see, that's what I mean, Mark. Stop thinking like that. Anyway, yeah. So I think I've talked enough. I got to go pick up my nephew from school. That's another thing that I do. I pick up my nephew from school. I help my sister. I help everybody. I do what I got to do. I make sure that, I live as good as I can and never be negative. So if I continue to do that, I think I'll be just fine. Yeah? Just believe in yourself and believe that spirit has your back. That's the only advice I can really give you guys. That's good. Keep believing everything's going to work out. It happens, we go through a lot of bullshit, but we can always find a positive way, some way, somehow. And I know we can. Anyway, go Celtics. That's why I wasn't live yesterday. I was watching the game and we won. We got one more win and we're going to be champions. We can be champions tomorrow night. So if you don't see me tomorrow night, I'm painting the town green. Okay? And if the Celtics win tomorrow, you're going to see me in green for a very long time. We are the champions. The champions. This has been a crazy year. My Portuguese soccer team won the championship. And I've never had both teams win in the same year. Not that I remember. Not in my lifetime. Not that I can remember. So Celtics haven't won in 16 years. Right? And my Portuguese team won 2 years ago and they won again this year. So this year, if both my teams win it, my soccer team already won. So if the Celtics win, OMG, it's going to be a motherfucking party around here. Because the Celtics are my favorite team of all time. Like they're the team I love the most. Because I love basketball more than soccer. So it's great that my soccer team won. But if Celtics win tomorrow or they win the championship in the next couple of days, oh my God. I'm going to look like a motherfucking leprechaun for the rest of this year. I'm going to look like a damn leprechaun. You're going to say, Mark, you ain't got no other clothes besides green? All right, I'll see you guys later on. I should be on tonight. Marley, I don't know if you're gonna be on tonight. If Marley's on, go see her. Sorry I wasn't in there last night, Marley, but I was, busy cheering and shouting and hanging out with my nephews. But tonight I'm free, so tonight I'm gonna come on later on, and I might, if Marley, if you go live, I'll see you live as well. I don't know how your internet is. Is it better now? All right, Antigone, good seeing you. I'll talk to you guys later. Love and life, always good to see you. Marley, Shakima, always a pleasure. Ruth, how are you, sweetheart? I'm just about to leave. How you doing? All right, Marley, no problem. If you go live tonight, I'll be around. Disconnected. I got an antenna better than it was. Okay, well that's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Once you get those boosters, it'll be a lot better. It'll be a lot better. But don't you go through your phone? If you go through your phone, you can use your data. Your data. I don't know if you have unlimited data, but you can use your data too on your phone if you go through your phone. Because that when I used to go on Instagram, I used to use my data, and it was better than my internet. So you could try both and see if it works. I don't know if you have unlimited data. I do. I pay like $160 a month, but I get unlimited data. I use it as much as I want, and it don't even. It's The only problem is Verizon is my phone, and Verizon is crap out there, so I have to use my eighth. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Ruth, you said, "Oh, I just into a relationship." What do you mean? You're in a relationship, Ruth? So when can I get wedding cake, or is it not yet? I used to use my phone when I lived at the other place. Oh, okay. Maybe you have to find like a phone service. Well, Ruth, congratulations. I hope it works out for you, and I hope you get married, and I hope this man treats you very well. And just remember, if you get married, I need some wedding cake, please. Okay. But I'm happy for you. I'm glad. I know that you've been waiting just like me for a good person. So I hope everything goes good for you. I know it will because you're a good person. I'm happy for you, sweetheart. That's good news. See more good news. Just remember, you know, make sure you stand up for yourself. Don't let that man fucking treat you like, I'll just tell him, I'll beat his ass. But you'll be good. I'm happy for you, sweetheart. You deserve it. And make sure if you get married, I want some cake. I need some damn wedding cake. Rudy, how you doing, sweetheart? I'm just about to leave. I've been on here for like 2 hours. I didn't think I was gonna come on here, but I said let me come on here because I was waiting for the damn pool guy. I was waiting for this bullshit. Then I end up talking everybody's ear off about God, which is good because God is great. It's 2 o'clock now. I have to like go do some stuff, and I have to go pick up my nephew in an hour. But I have to go do all the shit that I've been meaning to do because the pool guy came and he said he left some stuff over there that I have to check. So I'll be back on like later on tonight. Yeah, I'll be back on tonight at some point. Cause I still gotta go get groceries and shit. I gotta do a whole pile of shit. So I gotta go. Cause if I don't go now, I ain't gonna get nothing done. I've been dealing with my parents all morning. Then I came on here, and then I end up being on here for like 2 hours. So I'll be on later. I'll be on later on tonight. It's 2 o'clock now, so I'll probably be on like I don't know, like 8 o'clock my time, which is probably like 6 hours from now. Like 6, 7 hours from now, like 8, 9 o'clock, I'll be on. I'll be on earlier tonight because I don't have nothing to do. All right, I'll be on later on. But if you guys need me, you know where to get me. Email, Instagram, whatever, you know. But Marley, I'll see you tonight if you go live, and if not, I'll be live anyway. So I'll see you guys later on. I gotta go. All right. Love you guys. Take care.